Hello. Take a moment right now before we flow forward. Breathe. Because the world in 2026 is deafening in many aspects. Fast, confusing, and at the same time, unmistakably awake. We are witnessing something profound, not just out there in the world, but within us. And the question is not simply what is happening. The question is, how are we responding? We start by looking. To look is to take in information. We look at the news. We look at social media. We look at each other and often pass each other. Looking is passive. Looking is surface. In many of my past talks on YouTube and elsewhere, I have asked a simple question. Are you actually seeing what is happening, or are you just reacting to what you are shown? Looking alone can overwhelm us. It can polarize us. It can make us believe the story is already written. But looking is the only first doorway. We must see. To see is different. Seeing requires presence. Seeing requires humility. To see is to notice patterns, fear repeating itself in different costumes, humanity asking the same questions it has always asked, a deep longing, not for control, but for meaning. When we truly see, we stop demonizing each other. We begin to recognize pain instead of enemies. And if we look further, we see something of ourselves that we do not like in others. This is something that emerged again and again in my conversations with you, not as mindless dialogue, but as a mirror. A reminder that clarity comes not from having the right answer, but from asking better questions. Seeing reveals this truth. We are not broken. We are learning. Hearing is not just about sound. Hearing is listening without preparing or putting up a shield. In this moment in history, everyone wants to be heard, yet few feel truly listened to. To hear is to pause long enough for another perspective to land inside you. And here is the spiritual invitation. Can you hear beneath the words? Behind anger is fear. Behind certainty is vulnerability. Behind division is an unmet need for belonging. When we hear each other deeply, something dissolves. Not differences, but hostility. No. Knowing is a memorization. It is not a belief inherited from family, culture, or algorithms. Knowing comes from lived experience. In earlier talks, I have spoken about the difference between mental concepts and experienced truth, setting your intentions, dogmas, and the spell it creates, and importantly, the masters within, divine and ascended guides. This is where that teaching lives. You do not know compassion until you practice it. You do not know unity until you feel separation dissolve. You do not know peace until you stop outsourcing your authority. True knowing is quiet. It does not argue. It does not shout. It simply is. And the more we trust this inner knowing, the less we need to force agreement. And most importantly, allow yourself to feel. Feeling is the most avoided step and the most transformative. Feeling is where awakening becomes embodied. In 2026, consciousness is not rising because we are smarter. It is rising because we are more honest about what hurts, what is unbalanced, what feels hollow, what feels false. To feel is to allow grief without shame, joy without guilt, love without conditions, and yes, fear too, because fear, when felt fully, does not control us. It teaches us. How should we respond? Not with panic, not with numbness, not with superiority. We respond by integrating. We look without fixation. We see without judgment. We hear without resistance. We know without rigidity. We feel without suppression. This is how individual awakening becomes collective healing, not by erasing differences, but by letting them connect us. Different beliefs are different lenses. Different paths are different rhythms, but the heartbeat beneath them all is the same. In coming together, you do not have to agree with everyone to walk forward together. You only have to remember that no one wakes up alone. When you choose awareness over reaction, you change the energy field. When you choose curiosity over condemnation, you create an energy of safety. When you choose love not as an emotion but as a practice, you become an energy bridge to unity. This is the work. Quiet, brave, ongoing. So I will leave you with this. Look, but do not stop there. See with your heart engaged. Hear with patience. Know through lived truth. Feel fully, honestly, courageously. And when you ask, how should we respond? Let the answer come not from fear that cripples, distorts, and deceives, but from the deepest part of you that already knows this truth. I am here to remember. I am here to reconnect. I am here to love together. I am here to reflect. And in my knowing, I come to find something I always knew. The truth who I am that I allowed myself to forget was more often than a few. Since I remember who I am, I take steps to continually rise. I also expand my awareness, and I finally see beyond the lies. I am free of the illusions. I know I am sovereign. I know I am divine. I know now what to do to keep things from further decline. I am unity. I am peace, far from prejudice, hate, and fear. I know in my heart what is right, and this realization is the spear. It pierces the floodgates open for the miracle of formless love to flow. Together, as we do this, humanity will continually grow from its blind ignorance to a fully opened mind, to finally see, wake up, and change this unstable design. I am the transformation. I am the motivation. I am the inspiration. I am change. I am. Remember that That is what and who you are. Change. Until next time, live in peace. Give and receive genuine hugs and love like your life depends on it. Goodbye for now.